Hey everyone, it's me Joji, and today we're going to be embracing the potential of the Psychic League Battle Deck. And that League Battle Deck is the Gardevoir EX League Battle Deck. I'm excited for this upgrade because this alone is a really good deck to get. You get so many good cards that you don't get in the EX Battle Decks. And it is a bit more pricier. I think it's usually about $30 MSRP. But just looking at the cards you get here in the front, there's a lot of good like value out of this product. In terms of even just, if you don't want to build Gardevoir, you do get pieces for other decks down the line. So it's a good starting point for anyone after dipping their toes into Pokemon. If they want to go into it even further and have something even, I'd say this is probably like high tier meta deck. So let's go ahead and take a look at it right now. So as you can see there in the front, we do get the Gardevoirs here. There's 3 Gardevoirs, one's hidden in the back there. Then we get the Mew, a Lumineon, and I think peeking out in the back there is a Radiant Greninja. You can get a better look here in the back of the cards that you do get. You do get some interesting cards. Some of the stuff we're going to get rid of, but there's a lot of good things that you can keep for this current format. And of course you get like the extra goodies that you see here. But let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at those goodies in person. But yeah, I'm excited. This League Battle deck is really good. It's definitely on par with the Miraidon one when that one came out, because Miraidon EX was pretty much a really big deck in the meta. And I think even had recently won a regionals when it had come out. Although this Gardevoir EX hasn't won a regionals as of recently, or has it at all? It actually has placed pretty high recently, both in Sao Paulo, in I think it was a South Asian one, and then in Perth, and even in Orlando. So let's go ahead and open this up here. Okay, so this is probably your Dyson stuff. The rest of the deck, there's a code card for you guys. I mean, hopefully the people, that use the bots didn't get that immediately. Anyways, let's take a look. Let's flip that over just in case the bots are still looking. Let's take a look at these cards here that you get right off the bat. Plop them into my hand. So you do get 3 Gardevoir EX, which is more than enough. I usually think running 2 is perfect. You get a Mew EX as well, a Lumineon V, and a Radiant Greninja. Just really good cards to get overall. Just having these 3 alone are helpful in a lot of decks. I think maybe, I want to say maybe 90% of decks run these cards. Maybe closer to 80 of the meta decks run these cards. So it's a really good value right there. Anyways, let's get rid of some of this stuff, and we'll go ahead and take a look at this in a second. Okay, so besides obviously the burn counters and the dice you get, which are obviously on sync with the I guess the psychic typing here, you do of course get, starting off with the Pokemon, we got a nice line here, in my opinion, of the Gardevoir. We have 4 routes. These are the Shining Arcana, I believe they were from, and the Kirlia. This is the refinement one, the one you're going to definitely want to use in this deck. Oh, sorry, 4 Kirlia. So it's a 4-4-3 line. It's kind of overkill. I think you could probably do with just maybe a 3-3-2, but we'll see what we decide on the upgrade. But this is what you get out of the box. It's a really generous amount, and obviously because it is a League Battle deck, they are giving you pretty much everything you need to be a competitive player. Moving on, we have 3 Drifloons, which are here for its Balloon Burst or Balloon Blast attack, which does 30 times the amount of damage counters on it. Now, base HP, it only does 70, but of course you can increase its HP using Pokemon tools, which then lets it attack for a lot more damage. We may see another Pokemon with a similar ability added in for this upgrade. We also have Cresselia here with its Moonglow reverse in order to move damage counters from your Pokemon that you've damaged using your Gardevoir EX's Psychic Embrace to instead damage your opponent. And then we have those 3 cards that came with the deck. The Radiant Greninja, of course, here for concealed cards to put your Psychic Energy into the discard to use Psychic Embrace to bring them back onto your Psychic Pokemon. Lumineon V to grab some supporters. And the Mew EX for both the Genome Hacking and Restart in order to grab 3 cards when you have less than 3. Now for our supporters, again, very generous because starting off we have 4 Iono. That is pretty much the amount of Iono I would run in any Gardevoir EX deck. We have 3 Professor's Research. Might be cutting that in terms of other cards because draw support wise, I think you're probably going to be okay. We have 2 Arven. We might bump up Arven and remove Professor's Research. 2 Boss's Orders. 1 Jock, which it's iffy if I really want to keep this, maybe for the Curlias and whatnot, but it's there if you really wanted to just keep it as is. We have then our items. We have 4 Nest Ball here, followed by 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Rare Candies, in case you need to go straight from the routes into the Gardevoir EX. A Super Rod. Obviously, you're not going to be wanting to use a Super Rod on your Psychic Energy, but most likely your Pokemon, maybe your Drifloons. And then, speaking of the Drifloons, we have 3 Bravery Charms to increase its HP by 50. So puts it at 120, so it can do 330 damage if it's damaged all the way up to 110. So there's that. And then we have 2 Artisans to grab our routes, maybe Drifloons as well. And then for our energy, we have a total of 13 Psychic Energy. So this is how the deck comes as is. And again, it's really good just out of the box like this. You could definitely just play with the Gardevoir EX deck here as is. It's a high tier meta deck. It hasn't seen its spot in the limelight yet, but I feel like it's coming. It's a really good deck. It's been piloted really well by a lot of good players, but it just hasn't gotten like consistently up there. It's gotten it's definitely gotten consistent in the top 64, but like top 8, top 4, like the finalist ones, like at least a finalist, it hasn't really been consistent there because Charizard EX does exist, and this is weak to Dark type Pokemon. So it's a little hard for it right now in the meta, but it's still a really good contender for, top tier. But yeah, as is, like I said, it's a really good deck. You get a lot of good cards right off the bat. They really played on the idea of, using Drifloon as your attacker, which is what a lot of the current meta versions do. These supporters, like this is on point. The 4 Iono, the Arvens, the Professors are okay. We could probably switch those out. The Boss's Orders are a great addition. Nest Balls, I would probably maybe switch some of the stuff out for maybe the Buddy Poffins. But overall, like just this choice of cards that they've given us is really good. But I think we can upgrade this to make it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so for the upgrade, of course, we're going to try and keep it budget friendly. So maybe not reaching $50, definitely not 100, but staying under like a good price point, already including most of the cards that we got for that $30 value, and then just a few additional cards that won't increase the value too much, but I'll keep a running total so you guys know how much this upgrade costs in general after buying the product, how much you're going to have to add in to get this exact deck. So going to start off with saying I don't feel good about it, but we are going to cut that Gardevoir line down to a 4-4-2 line. And that's for good reason. While Gardevoir is, really good in this deck, it's not going to be the attacker. So leaving it down to 2, I think, is a good idea in general. You're not going to be attacking with it. It's mostly there for its utility. And the Kirlias, you don't want to have all of them evolved to Gardevoirs anyways, because you want to be using that refinement to put energies into the discard and getting some better cards into your hand. Speaking of some better cards going into your hand, hopefully you get that one single Drifloon. Now, we did have 3, we're dropping it down to 1 because we're partnering this up with Screamtail. Now the Screamtail, let me show you actually. This is from Paradox Rift. Roaring Scream does exactly similar actually to Balloon Blast. Instead of 30 times though, it's 20 times. And technically, you can put this onto any Pokemon as long as they don't have a Manaphy. So you could snipe some V Pokemon, maybe a Lumineon V or some other 2-prizer off their bench. Of course, granted, I don't think this hits any Terra Pokemon, so keep that in mind. I'm going to actually move these over here. And then moving on, we have a Mimikyu to prevent any damage from pesky EX and V Pokemon. A Fluttermane for its Midnight Fluttering. Essentially works as a Klefki, but only to the active Pokemon, where it stops the ability of the active Pokemon. And then I guess you could use Hex Hurl. I'm not a big fan of the attack, and I really honestly haven't used it too often, even in other decks, but it is there as an option if you want to hit 20 damage onto a certain Pokemon. We are going to be keeping the Lumineon V and of course the Greninja. The Mew EX is actually going to get cut. I do like the idea of having genome hacking as a way to get around maybe a Mimikyu, but it is a 2-prizer and it could easily be sniped by the mirror match by a Screamtail. So let's avoid that. It does have Root Tree and a good ability. So if you wanted to keep it in, I'd suggest maybe switching out the Lumineon for it instead. Now the last 2 Pokemon are here for utility only. Manaphy and Jirachi. They're here to make sure that your routes and your Kirlia, and I guess anything else you're trying to set up, don't get damaged. Water Veil obviously preventing damage going onto your Pokemon, and Jirachi preventing damage counters going onto your Pokemon. So depending on what deck you're facing, choose which one to use. You usually don't want to have both of them on the bench, usually one or the other, but use your best judgment when it comes down to it. Again, you could find a way to get rid of one of these, which we'll show off in a second, but it relies also on your opponent getting rid of that card later. Anyways, so we got those 2 there. Now let's go on to our supporters. We're gonna have, instead of just 2 Arven, 4 Arven. And that's because, as you saw, we had 3 Bravery Charms. So let's go ahead and find those a little bit easier, plus an item card. So usually want to go second in order to use Arven and one of those Pokemon tools we'll see in a second. We are keeping the 4 Iono. It's a good amount of cards, but we're dropping the boss's orders down to 1, and instead now adding in an Airy in order to discard any item cards from your opponent's hand, and a Professor Turo's Scenario to pick up any damaged Pokemon we may need to. Now for our item cards and our Pokemon tools and stadiums, we are going to start off with 4 Buddy Buddy Poffins. This is perfect for your routes, your Manaphy's, your Drifloon, your Mimikyu. Mostly, a good of the amount of setup cards. So playing Arven, you can get one of these your second turn and get set up pretty well. All right, let's put these down here. Moving on, we have 3 Ultra Ball instead and 2 Nest Ball. So we're kind of switching out some of these cards for Buddy Buddy Poffins. And honestly, this is essentially working as if you played before the Battle VIP Pass back in Battle Styles, which the only caveat, again, it has to be 70 HP or less, most of the time for Battle VIP passes in decks like this, you were using it for the routes and any of the lower HP Pokemon to begin with. We are increasing the Super Rod up to 2. We are adding in 2 counter catchers. We're adding also in 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball in case we prize any of our, damaged attackers. An Earthen Vessel. We are only putting in 2 Bravery Charms because, along with those, we are putting in 2 TM Evos, which, again, you want to use this TM evolution when using Arven going second, right? So get maybe your Buddy Poffin and a TM Evo, use that to evolve into some Kirlia. And then instead of that 3rd Bravery Charm, we are running a Luxurious Cape. So this does give you 100 more HP instead, but caveat is if your Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent takes an extra prize card. So use this with caution. Usually you're going to want to put this on Screamtail, but if you need to, put it on, your Drifloon, I guess. Now for our stadiums, we are running the 1 Artisan instead, plus a Collapsed Stadium. And this is what I mentioned earlier. If you want to put both of these guys up, you can maybe put this in play, discard one of them, and then hope that your opponent removes this somehow. That way you get the free up that bench space again. Now for our energy, instead of the, I believe it was 13 that they gave us, we're actually just going to be running 9 Psychic Energy. But yeah, that is going to be the upgraded version of the deck. Overall, I think this is a really good deck. I am, of course, missing a, what are they called? A-Specs card. And you could most likely, instead of running a 2nd Bravery Charm, instead use Hero's Cape. Probably the best option, right? It essentially works like the Luxurious Cape, but without the stipulation of them taking an extra prize card. You could even put in, instead of a counter catcher, or just instead of a counter catcher, put in a prime catcher. Those are the only 2 A-Specs I think honestly would fit well in this deck. But I think Hero's Cape is probably the better of the 2 options there. I'm trying to keep this under budget. So I, left it like this without any of those items, because I think Hero's Cape alone is about like maybe $10 to $15. And I think the most expensive card here might just be the Gardevoirs. I don't know if the Gardevoirs have gone down necessarily, but yeah, Gardevoirs might be the most expensive thing. Looking at the list here, maybe not the Gardevoirs, maybe the Greninja is actually the most expensive thing. So yeah, this thing takes up like $6 worth of the deck already, but you get it for free. So, well, not free, but off the non-upgraded version of the League Battle deck. But overall, it's a good deck. It's a good starting point. I like it this way. It's budget friendly still, and you don't have to worry about having the A-Specs because you still have the option to use the Luxurious Cape or the regular Bravery Charm. But yeah, this is a good deck. We're going to try some games out with it and see how it does. Hopefully we get a lot of wins. Let's get to it. Actually, before we go on into that gameplay, I do want to announce that this Saturday is my 5-year anniversary of doing Pokemon content on YouTube. So, to celebrate, this deck right here, as it is going to be given out to one of you guys. I'm holding a giveaway right now over on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. So if you are interested in getting this deck as is, and of course you still do get all the other cards that we left out, and the obviously deck the dice and the damage counters, and they do come in these nice Dragon Shield dual mats. All this could be yours. Just go ahead and enter the giveaway over on Twitter and make sure you are subscribed. That is going to be one of the stipulations. So if you're watching this and then heading over there, make sure you subscribe over here first. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the gameplay. Before we go on, why not get subscribed? It lets me know that you like this sort of video. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much, but double check because YouTube does unsubscribe people. Okay, so we lost the coin flip and they did decide to go first. I think let's run Mimikyu first here. Ooh, this is gonna be a kind of a tough one. It is a future box, probably Turbo Iron Hands instead. Okay, yeah, it's not future box, it's probably Turbo Iron Hands. The more popular future type deck right now. Okay. They will be able to hit us here. I think I Burby Return the Mimikyu just to avoid the KO. Because they have to hit 120, which means they have to set up a lot more. Let's grab some Pokemon out first. Okay, so we got routes. We have a Guardian Hand. We have 4 Curlia. Put the routes down here. I think I'm gonna put up Lumineon to grab a Arven. I really need an energy though, because I want the TM Evo. Yeah, I have the TM Evo too. But I also want to grab some stuff with the Buddy Buddy Poffin. I could risk it. I do have Earthen Vessel. And I can Greninja. I think I'm going to risk it to see if this pays off. Well, that means I can't attach the Berry Charm just yet. We know he have the other Gardevoir in deck. Yeah, let's do that because we can use the counter catcher next turn. I don't want to get rid of that, and I don't like getting rid of a boss this early. Ooh, nice. It paid off. We are gonna grab some more Pokemon here. Do I grab the Drifloon? Because Drifloon could KO if we power it up all the way. Or do we just get the 3rd routes instead? This is a toughie. Okay, let's assume they are gonna KO us and we'll just grab this. TM Evo there. And we're just gonna go ahead and evolve 2 of our routes here. Why did it let me? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why it didn't let me just choose 2 of the cards at the same time. Okay, yeah. The assumption here right now is they're gonna grab their Iron Crowns and KO us. I'm guessing they're gonna play an Arven. Ooh, nothing off the electric generator. That's good. They don't have a supporter that's... Oh, that is perfect for us. They're gonna power this guy up, which is fine. But he can't damage us that way. I guess he could, well, he could boss up one of these cards up. Let's first find away the Buddy Buddy Poffin. We don't need that. Don't think we need any of these things. We can look at our prize cards. Let's burn it. We do have Flutter Mane we can grab. Okay, we have Turo, we have Iono. I don't think we're going to need any of these cards. Maybe the Counter Catcher with the Ultra Ball at some point. I don't think I'm going to need this. That's fine. I'm not going to grab it. Let's refine away the Manaphy. Okay, we got an Ultra Ball. We only have 1 in discard. We could have 2 and then Gardevoir, but I don't have anything really for attacking, is the other issue. Okay, we have Armin now. We could Evo again. I don't hate that idea. Right, because we have the other Gardevoir. You can evolve one of these Curlia and this into a Curlia. I don't hate that idea. But we do end up giving him a prize card. Let's grab an Ultra Ball. And we'll just hold on to the Bravery Charm. We could have also retreated. No, let's go ahead and just do this. I'm going to do this and this Curly here. This onto there. This onto there. Okay. I'm fine with them taking this KO as long as it's from the Miraidon. With how poorly they played the last turn, I'm hoping they still don't have anything in hand. And they just KO this. We can maybe counter catcher Drifloon. Right, we haven't discarded the Drifloon. I think Drifloon could do it. I think even... Let's put up yeah, let's put up this Curlia. I think Drifloon can do it, and I think maybe Screamtail can as also. Let's search this way real quick so I can take a look at them. So Drifloon, 30 times. So we only have 3 right now. It's not going to be enough. We definitely need a lot more energy in the discard. Even if we get it to 110, which is possible. Actually, no, we would only be able to get it to 100, 300. So it's not that bad. I think Drifloon's probably the better choice right now. Unless we wanted to keep Miraidon there. But we do have the counter catcher. So let's drop this here, drop this here. And we're going to Curlia some stuff away. Ultra Ball. Okay, we have 1 energy there. Let's go ahead and conceal cards that. So we have 3 in discard. I might want to collapse Stadium to get rid of the Lumineon. I think that's a good idea. We have 4. That's going to put 80 damage counters. That's doing 240. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's go ahead and... Well, we need a retreat too. Let's first collapse. Let's get rid of the Lumineon. I'm going to go ahead and Psychic Embrace onto Curlia to retreat. Oh, hello? I hate that it's so slow in animation. It's the one thing I hate about playing Gardevoir on the ladder. Are we done there? We're going to retreat. Put this guy up. And now we're going to put these onto him. 1. So that's doing, I believe, 60. Okay. 4. So yeah, he's doing 240 now. So we just counter catcher this guy up. I'm gonna use the last refinement here on the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay, that's actually not that bad. We can save this for later, but let's just go ahead and take out the Iron Hands. This is the biggest threat to our deck right now because Ampu very much would have been taking out a lot of our, giving them a lot of prize cards, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. They do get KO here, but they really need to set something else up. Ooh, they might not have... Ooh, maybe with the Iono. Maybe they'll set up with the Iono. Let's see. There's an Iron Crown. Techno Radar, probably for an Iron Hands and another Iron Crown. We did lose the Scream Tail that we got off our, sorry, oops, not there, it's in the deck, that we got off our prize cards. Yeah, I can see them powering this guy up now. So another Drifloon would be wonderful. Huh. I think we might have to Iono ourselves. I really wish there was a way for us to... I think maybe put Gardevoir up. He can't really KO the Gardevoir, can he? Maybe. Let's just put him up for now. We can attach and then one attach. That way we're not too worried about getting KO'd with an Ampy very much or Arm Press. I'm going to put back the Drifloon and the Mimikyu. I'm tempted to put back the Gardevoir. Just to avoid the KO on that other damage card, Curlia. I think, do I really need this Mimikyu? They might still have a Miraidon they can use, right? Yeah. Because they can KO me easily with the Miraidon. Yeah, I'm just going to do those two. We can get to shuffle the deck there, too. Perfect. Let's get rid of this Routes. I don't think we're going to need Airy this game. Ooh, okay. We can get rid of one of these energy. Let's actually conceal it instead. Okay, we got an Arven. So we could get a Buddy Buddy Poffin and the... What is it called? The Bravery Charm we need for this. Oh, okay, we don't have the Buddy Buddy Poffin, but we do have a Nest Ball. Okay, that's perfect. So we do that. Grab our Drifloon. And we're going to go ahead and hard attach. Yeah, that way we only put 1 damage or 20 damage counters onto this Gardevoir. Again, I don't want to damage this too much. Just in case they would have gotten an Arm Press. And let's just put the 4... Oh, actually, I can't put the 4 onto it, but let's put a few. Forgot to put the Bravery Charm before starting this. Let's just put those for now. Okay. One more. Okay. Forgot to put the Bravery Charm. Sorry. Psychic Embrace one more time. Alright, that is enough for knockout on it. We do need to grab it, actually. What am I doing? Oh, do I have another counter catcher? I don't think I had a counter catcher, to be honest. Was it prized? I forget if it was prized or not. Oh, that's a yikes. Okay. Why can't I? Oh, because I put all the energies onto him. Oh, that was a misplay. I forgot that I needed a counter catcher or a boss, and I had already, I had gotten Iono'd. Oh, why did I not think of that? Okay. And then I don't have enough energies here. Let's just go ahead and give him the 2 prize cards. That's fine. We'll be up 3 and 3. 240. Okay. We do have Screamtail. But we have to KO this Iron Hands next turn. He's not powered up though, I just remembered. He needs 4. He can Arm Press us, but he only gets 1 prize card. Arven, probably for Electric Generators and the Future Boost Energy to retreat. Yeah, that's definitely his play, and he has to hope that his Electric Generator hits. He should have 2 more in the deck, and 2 more of the Future Boost Energy capsules. Let's see what he does, though. Yeah, does he take advantage of my misplay here and get lucky off of the electric generators? Yes, 6, sorry. Energies in the discard. Plus these 2. Ooh, Lost Vacuum. Okay, so he's gonna just Lost Vacuum this to get it to be KO'd. Okay. Was not expecting that play. That is a tough one. Because if I hadn't overpowered it, we would have been fine. Oh, that really hurts. Okay. I think we put up Gardevoir. Because if he does have the... Okay, so he's doing 180, 200, 220 is what's going to be left on it. Okay, good thing I didn't put anything else up. Okay, Tourist Scenario will heal this guy completely up. We can get Screamtail, but we need Luxurious Cape. Let's try and get it. Let's get rid of Airy. Okay, there's a boss. Let's get rid of some energy here. Okay. We could get back the Drifloon, but we still need the Luxurious Cape. Man, I really hated that I wasted that card. We're at 5 cards here, too. I think instead we go ahead and get rid of some of these Ionos. We just outright grab the Screamtail. Plop that down. We're at 4 cards. I really hope one of these is the card we need. Okay, good. All right, we put the Luxurious Cape on him. And now we can snipe anything else we wanted to. Professor Turo. Put this guy up. We can evolve this one. I think that's the better option. And then we Psychic Embrace. We need... So we need hit 240. And it's doing 20 for each one. So we need 120 on it. We have, I believe, more than enough to do so. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I think we just need 6, right? Yeah, because 6 would put 120 on it. The others I'm going to keep in the discard. I think we're winning this one. Because I don't see them being able to respond with any of their other cards here. So yeah. This is 120, does 240. Doubled. Boom. Okay. It's going to be very tough for them to win here. The only thing I can think of them doing right now is putting a Miraidon up and KOing us, but then we just KO back and win the game. Again, we're doing 240, so even if they don't do anything and just pass, we KO either Iron Crowns. So definitely game. Yeah. Techno Radar for, okay, you could stall with the Iron Bundle, I guess, for a turn. Not that it really matters, because I get to choose what goes up. So I just maybe put up, like, Gardevoir, I guess. Yeah, that was a pointless play, to be honest. They definitely know it's over after this. Because I just, put 2 energies onto it from my discard. I even have one in hand. Let's just do that. Psychic Embrace. Put it on here. and we just retreat back into Screamtail. KO the active Iron Hands for game. I do like the fact that Screamtail is just yelling at the opponent's Pokemon to KO them. It's Roaring Scream. 240 damage for game there. Oh man, that must feel bad for the Iron Hands player. Having all those weak Pokemon take you out when an MP very much could easily defeat them. Okay, so they're choosing to go first, which is good for us as long as we get an Arven. Ooh, this is really good. Okay. Don't like putting routes up first, but that's fine. Interesting. Entei in the Charizard EX deck. Very interesting. I think we want to take out their Pidgey as soon as possible. If we can get Mimikyu into the active, that would be perfect. Let's try and do that. Buddy Buddy Poffin. TM Evo. Ooh, actually, we might not be able to. Because we need to retreat this Ralts. But I also kind of want to get the Curlias ready to go. I think we're going to have to give him at least one card here. Do we actually go for... No, because we need that in case... in order to TM Evo. Let's go with the Mimikyu. Yeah, we're going to TM Evo at least these two Curlias ready to go. Oh! I mean, that's not the worst thing, but now we don't have any Curlias set up. Oh man, okay. That was a misclick on my part. This is definitely our worst matchup too. At least they can't KO us. They're going into a Charmeleon to mitigate that. And that was a horrible misclick. Twice in a row now that we've done something wrong in these games. Okay. Ooh. That kind of sucks grabbing that afterwards. I guess they're going into the Pidgeot first. I think we really want to focus down the Pidgeots. They shouldn't have anything to KO us here. Or anything. So they're just gonna, do 0 damage. Unless they decide to Prime Catcher us. Which honestly would be kind of a waste of a Prime Catcher. Because they could save that later for a Gardevoir. Maybe to just slow us down as an option. This Charmeleon doesn't KO us either. So, kind of tempting to just put Bravery Charm onto this and just start attacking that way. For now, let's go ahead and get this one ready. Let's get rid of Manaphy. Okay, there's an Iono. I'm going to drop the TM Evo on here, just in case we get an energy and decide to do it that way. I don't think I want to use Lumineon just yet. Or at all. I don't like losing the counter catcher. Greninja. Now let's grab another Curlia. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it's not a bad hand. We can get a third Curlia going. I could Evo here. I could see them trying to boss up some stuff, or yeah, that's all they can do. They can only boss up. Let's put Greninja down. I really don't want to put any other. Oh, you know what? Okay, no, I don't. Don't have another routes. Okay. We do have 2 bravery charms and a luxurious cape. Do we have our Screamtail is prized, as well as our Drifloons. Or Drifloon, I should say. Oh, that's not a good spot to be in. Okay. Let's attach here. Get rid of these cards. Do I want to get rid of the Fluttermane? Yeah. I don't think this is going to help us right now. I guess maybe if they evolve into a Charizard while this is in the active, it prevents that at least. But if they evolve it in the bench, it's pointless. Earthen Vessel now. Let's get rid of this Buddy Poppin'. Let's start putting some stuff in the discard this way. It's actually concealed first. Okay. We could technically evolve one of our Curly, actually, right? But we just require to get the Gardevoir. Let's do that. Wait, oh, I thought it could evolve. No, wait. No, it can't yet. That's fine. Let's just Evo this way, I guess. Sure. We'll choose both of those. Our other Gardevoir is prized too, isn't it? Oh, so many misplays this game. And against our worst matchup, we don't want to see these misplays. At least next turn, he'll try and combustion. Can we hit him actually? Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage counters? Yeah, I don't think we can actually damage this Charmeleon. Boss's orders? Okay. That's fine. It's fine with me. I guess maybe we start damaging his Entei. Is there anything we want to put back? Now that we know that we don't have anything else? Not really. I think we do Arven though. We grab our luxurious cape because that gives us 100 more HP. And the only thing that can hit us is the Charmeleon. Let's actually grab a heavy ball to grab some of our stuff from the prize cards. Let's grab Drifloon, I think is our best option. Oh, but Drifloon, we can't KO a... How many? Hold on. How many do we have in discard? We have 3. That's not enough. I was thinking maybe Screamtail KO the Pidgeot, but we are not even close. Drifloon isn't going to be doing enough damage on Charizard because we need the luxurious cape on that one. Let's get rid of Iono. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Turo. It's not a bad idea because at least this way we can Turo this back and get the luxurious cape. And do we need the collapsed stadium? I don't think we'll need the collapsed stadium this game. Actually, oh, we can get rid of Drifloon because we have Super Rod. Okay, Artisan. Don't need that. But let's go ahead. Well, I don't need to play it, I mean. Let's go ahead and put the energy required to attack. Done. I think I just put the Drifloon back into my deck and call it a turn after an attack. Maybe I put Lumineon back just in case. I don't think I need these other ones. I might need this third routes. Now that I know the other one's prized, yeah, let's do that. Okay. I don't want to give him the Artisan. I'm not going to play the Artisan. Okay. Let's put 7 damage counters onto the Entei. And his Charmeleon has to take... What is it? Like, ooh, 3 turns to KO us. So we're good. I guess they could do less turns if they are able to Lost Vacuum our Luxurious Cape. Right? They hit us once, and then... Oh, actually, if they just Lost Vacuum us and then hit us once. That's one way. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay, so no Lost Vacuum as of yet. Could be not running it at all. I think one way we trip him up right now is he puts it into the active. We bring up our Drifloon, KO that. He doesn't have another Charmeleon to set up. Or Charmander. But he did just grab Buddy Buddy Poffin. So I feel like he is going to start setting those up at least. It would be silly of him not to play it right now. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't hit you. I'm going to use Buddy Buddy Poffin instead. Grab those 2. I'm going to Turo Scenario. The Mimikyu. Put Mimikyu back into the bench. And then put the Bravery Charm onto it. I think I only need 2, right? Because this would be 60 and another one would be 120. And I think that's all I want to do, just in case he decides to actually Lost Vacuum me. I'm also going to go ahead and refine away the Collapse Stadium. I want to keep Artisan just in case. There's an energy, that's good. Kind of tempted to give this to Mimikyu. So we only have to put 1 damage counter onto it. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Okay. 120. KO this. I don't know why they didn't play the Buddy Buddy Poffin. I think they were very fixated on KOing us with Combustion. Definitely a misplay on their part. One thing we could do right now. Pidgey, okay. Okay, the Buddy Buddy Poffin he should have played last turn. One thing we could definitely do right now is KO the Entei with the Gardevoir. Downside, again, it is the only Gardevoir we have, and we have 1 more Super Rod. We're definitely getting KO'd here. We could just attack with Mimikyu. Boss it back up and attack it again. I think we're short 1 damage counter though. Because 70 would put it to 150, another 70 would put it at 220. Yeah, we are short. Maybe we KO one of their Charmanders. That is an option. Because they need to grab their Charmeleon back to attack our Mimikyu. Oh man, maybe the Collapse thing was a good idea to keep. Interesting. Powering up the Pidgey. 2 here, 2 here. That's 5 total in usage, or out of commission, I'd say. I'm really worried about the Gardevoir. I could get the 2 prize cards there. Is it worth getting 2 prize cards off this Entei? Or should I just focus on the Charmanders? Oh man, this is a tough decision. I'm gonna go for the Entei. I'm hoping off the 2 prize cards we get, we can get another Gardevoir. Okay, so attach from here so we don't put too much damage onto it. Regardless, they're gonna KO us with their Charizard EX, but whatever. Okay, so we're doing 190. That's enough for KO. Honestly, I kind of want to hit the Pidgeot instead. But no, I think we're good. It's Arven. For some stuff, we can get rid of... Oh, we don't have any TMs. Counter Catcher. I don't want the Counter Catcher. Let's grab the Super Rod for now. Actually, no. Because he could... No, let's grab the Super Rod. Let's work under the assumption that he's not going to hit us that way. I don't want to get rid of anything with the Curlia. Because this could grab us back the Drifloons. Next turn. I think I just KO here. I don't like just doing this, but okay. This is definitely our toughest matchup. Need to get 3 more prize cards. Yeah, we're gonna get KO'd here, most likely. But if we don't put up any other, you know, Pokemon that are 2 prizers, we do wait them out a turn or 2. He put back Charmeleon, didn't he? Yeah, he did. A Master Ball. Ooh, that's an interesting choice in this deck. Charmeleon there. Okay. A Pidgeotto as well. That's a very interesting choice. There's the Charizard EX. So we could... Drifloon could KO. Let's see, it's doing 100. 300 damage. We could KO the Pidgeot with the Drifloon. But we have to have another Gardevoir in play. Which means he could boss us up for game. But not if he doesn't have another Pidgeot EX. I think maybe... Wow, could we have done that last turn? I think we could have actually. Okay, let's... Artisan, Super Rod, Drifloon, Gardevoir EX. Okay. With Artisan, we bring back Drifloon. Put that on him. Okay. So we have 5. We need to get that Gardevoir. And a Counter Catcher. Let's refine away the routes. There's a Curlia, which is good, because we can now refine some more. They're going to refine away this energy. Okay. Now we can seal cards away this energy. Come on, please, Gardevoir. No Gardevoir? You're joking? Oh, man. Okay, for sure we get it off the Iono, I think. But let's see. Okay, so we have the Counter Catcher and Ultra Ball. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be... Oh, man, this is gonna be tough. Okay. Please, Iono. The one card we were missing. Oh, that hurts. Okay. I guess we just put up Mimikyu for now. Because we can hit it for 300. But he just grabs boss with Pidgeot next turn. Oh man, and yeah, we don't have Luxurious Cape because we Professor Turrowed. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. Well, let's work under the assumption he doesn't have another boss or another way to gust us up. Let's put, how much does he have base? 70. Okay, let's put 2 at least on him. We can put 3. Yeah, let's work on the assumption he can't get us. He's missing the stuff. It's prize or whatever. But, oh man, it was so close. We needed just that one counter catcher. We could have grabbed his Pidgeot. He would have no way to, I guess, retaliate. And then we can boss up the Pidgeotto or the Charmeleon as long as he didn't evolve them. Oh man, okay. Yeah, he just quick searches for the boss here, I think. That's his win. Oh, this is definitely the worst matchup when it comes to Gardevoir, but we were so close to winning. Okay, yeah. It was just unfortunate that Lost Iono gave us the Ultra Ball instead of the Counter Catcher. Maybe I could have saved the Corlias for later, but oh well. You win some, you lose some. And so that was Gardevoir EX. Now I'm not showing the actual deck that we have here. And again, we are giving this away. So if you want this deck fully completed as it is on the screen, go ahead and enter the giveaway over on Twitter. The link's going to be down in the description. The winner is going to be announced fairly soon. So definitely get in there as soon as possible. Anyways, it is a good deck. Unfortunately, because of the amount of Charizard being in the meta, it's very hard to play around that. But as we saw in that last game, it can be possible to win. We got very unlucky at the end. Instead of grabbing our counter catcher, we found an Ultra Ball. Because of that, I'm almost tempted to switch this up to 3 and then maybe get rid of some other cards here. What could we get rid of? Maybe the Lumineon. Maybe dropping the Lumineon down to 0 and then increasing counter catcher. The other thing, because of the practice games that I've had and then the ones we showed off, I would maybe switch again. If you can increase your budget a bit, and let's take a quick peek actually. Hero's Cape. Hero's Cape right now, it goes for about $10. So if you're willing to spend the extra $10, because as it stands right now, this deck is costing you about $40 as is. If you're starting from scratch, 10 extra dollars is not that bad to have a pretty good deck. And that 100 extra HP is definitely better than Bravery Charm. It would have gotten us, I think, could it have gotten us KO on that Charizard EX? Yeah, because we couldn't hit the 120 damage onto it because it had exactly 120 damage. But with Hero's Cape, we would have been able to get to that extra damage we needed to. But yeah, Bravery Charms, if you don't have the option to get the Hero's Cape, just keep it as 2. I really don't want to run a second Luxurious Cape. This, again, is a really bad double-edged sword and should be used as a final play. If this had been the card that I had instead of the Bravery Charm at the very end, I think maybe I could have won that game there. But yeah, it is a great deck to play. I do like doing the huge damage with Drifloon and Screamtail, and then just being able to wall off our opponent with Mimikyu for a couple turns. I don't know how I feel about Fluttermane. It feels like every time I put this into a deck, I don't end up using it. So this is a card that you could maybe cut if you really wanted to put in something else. Maybe that Mew EX that I cut earlier, you can put that in instead for the genome hacking option, or, you know, again, the extra counter catcher, or even maybe keeping the True Bravery Charm Luxurious Cape here, and then adding that other hero's cape instead of the Flutter Mane. But yeah, we didn't get to see a lot of Airy, but I do want to keep this in there in case someone does grab a rare candy and doesn't use it. Airy is a perfect card to get rid of that and stop them from evolving the next turn. Other than that, I think overall it's a fun deck. It's a really good competitive deck. And if it weren't for it being weak to dark types, it would be definitely winning a lot more events. Anyways, yeah, that is the deck. Again, remember we are doing the giveaway on Twitter, so enter before it ends. If you enjoyed this video, definitely get subscribed. Leave a comment down below what you would change about this deck, or, you know, what you think about it if you have used it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you change about it? I honestly would like to hear your thoughts about this Gardevoir EX League Battle deck. Thank you so much. This might be going up before the 5-year anniversary. Again, thank you so much to everybody who has been here throughout these 5 years journey. It has been so much fun making all this content, and there are a lot of you guys that have stuck through most of those years, and I still see you guys commenting every single time. Thank you so much to you guys so much. You guys mean a lot to comment and just watch my content. Even if you're not subscribed, thank you so much, at least for giving me a view and, you know, hopefully learning something from my videos. That's honestly what I strive to do every single video, is help people learn how to play these decks and, you know, maybe try something new. Anyways, guys, as always, stay safe and thanks for watching.